Isn't a song of yours like played every day in China?
It is. So they play that song at 5 o'clock and people hear it and go, time to go home.
Club Random.
Freedom is just a word with nothing left to lose, or the opposite, where mostly you get freedom because you have money.
Club Random.
What do they say? They say liquor before beer, all
Right.
clear. Beer before liquor, quicker to sicker.
Are you drinking wine with liquor?
No, I'm going to drink this first and then that and the glass after.
Then you're drinking wine with liquor.
But this first.
That's crazy.
No, this first.
Who does that?
This is the rule.
That's like something English actors used to do. Like
You have a
Richard
drink?
Burton would do that. They'd Michael Caine would do that. They'd
Yeah.
drink all morning and then they'd have wine at lunch.
Yeah, no,
and then
no.
they'd perform perfectly.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a hard liquor first. If you're going to go to wine, you go after, you don't go before. That's what I'm told by the experts that drink in my band.
I mean,
There's a couple guys that really know how to drink, and they told me that's the rule. Liquor before beer.
I mean, look, it's all poison. The one
That's true.
It is. I mean, the one thing about this that rings true to me is that people have this idea that somehow wine is health food, and it's probably not as bad, quite as bad as hard liquor, but it's the same shit. It's sugar and yeast.
That's true.
It's terrible for you. Liquor does not. I mean, wine is not good for you. But what did I do with that thing? I hid. Okay, so I can't believe. We got you here, but
No, thank you. I was campaigning to be on this show as soon as I saw it.
Really?
I'm such a fan of yours. I wanted to meet
thank you.
Cheers.
Oh.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's amazing that our paths have never really
I know.
crossed.
And we play a lot of the same venues because
Really?
when I hear you announcing your dates, I'm going, I play the Paramount in Seattle. I play the Schnitzer in Portland.
Right.
I play those places all the time.
Right.
We play the same size venues. And I was looking forward to talking to you, just finding out, like, how are you, like, what do you do on your day when you're preparing for your concert? How do you feel in the middle of your shows? And what do you do after the show's over? And that kind of stuff. Because I'm on the road since 1981.
Right. I'm the ultimate baby. I can only do
Yeah.
one night. I do 2 cities, but stay over only one night,
Oh.
and every 2 weeks.
Oh gosh, that's nothing. You're not even on the road.
I'm happy with that. Look,
Good for
do
you.
do I think that I'm like way better than comedians who sell more tickets? I actually do, but I'm not going to name names.
I'm sure you do.
And you can't.
No.
You can't. There's no accounting for taste. That's all I'm going to say. But no, I am such a baby with. I can't be away from home. So like, I'll do Seattle. And then I will stay over. The first night, I always make my agent make it a city that has like a great hotel, the bigger city.
Where are you staying in Seattle?
I don't know.
That's
but
my
it's-
hometown, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was born there, so I know Seattle
Yeah.
intimately.
I've always loved playing Seattle. And it's a big city.
It's a big city.
Cities, I remember the first time I went there, oh, wow, I didn't realize Seattle was, wow.
Yeah, I love
This is-
Seattle.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Pike's Market, walk around
Pike Place
there.
Market, yeah. I know, right? Do you see watch them throw the fish? Right?
Yeah, I don't remember it specifically,
that's
but
their whole thing.
I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if they didn't. And
No, they throw the
disappointed if I
catch the salmon. They got all
Yeah,
sorts of
okay.
shenanigans with fish. They got
Oh,
a string with a fish that when as a kid, and the fish does this thing that scares the shit out of you.
I guess we already did the worst we could to the fish. So I feel bad for the fish, but I guess the fish is dead at this point. Okay, so that's it. And then like, I'll always be over that one night. So you want a good hotel that you can get a good night's sleep.
Do you know where you're staying in Seattle? You don't know?
No, but it's going to be someplace good. It's not going to be a Days Inn.
No, the Four Seasons down by the market's pretty good.
That's
hotel.
probably it.
That's probably where you're staying. I'm sure.
Look, I paid my dues. I don't feel bad. I
stay in crappy hotels. I do.
No.
I do. Yeah.
Why would you?
Well, my band. There's 9 of us on the road, or
that's
10.
it. Yeah.
And like,
Yep.
I'm not paying $400 a
right.
night for rooms for 9 guys every night.
But why? But you're the star. Why don't you stay in the Four Seasons? And really, you're like that? What are you, a communist?
No, but I'm one of the guys. I'm one of the musicians. I am the guy, but I'm one of the guys.
Well, that's very charitable.
We all stay in the same place and we do the same thing.
I'm just telling you, most people in show business would not operate that way.
I know that.
I don't think Diana Ross, and I don't blame her, stays in the same hotel as the band.
Those guys, we've been the same band for 35 plus years, same guys. So they're my bros. I'm not going to be saying, hey, guys, you're staying at Holiday Inn and I'm going to the Four Seasons. No way I'm going to do that. I don't want to.
I think I just found out where you and I differ. Because I would
Well, there you go.
definitely do that.
That's true.
And I wouldn't feel terrible about it. And they wouldn't. And by the way, I don't think they would feel terrible about it either. I mean, that is.
They wouldn't, actually.
That is beyond generous of you to do, but it is not necessary. I mean, look, the world is not a democracy as far
I
as
understand.
human.
Yeah.
And bands are not a democracy.
No, they're not. No, not my band.
No band is.
No. I don't know about Metallica. Maybe they might be because.
Well, we had a long discussion about that. It's very interesting about how the leadership of the band
I'm
changes.
glad I don't have to deal with that crap, man.
Right.
It's my thing.
Right.
I'm in charge. I make all the decisions.
I mean, like
great.
we mentioned the Eagles. I mean, I remember watching that documentary, and that was a lot about power dynamics. I mean, I referred to Glenn Frey as not just the guitarist and the co-songwriter, he was also the general manager of the Eagles. He was always trading someone, he was the general manager. He was changing the lineup and he would tell them, either you sign this contract or you're out of the band, just like a general manager to do. When the old days of the Yankees, Mickey Mantle, we're not paying you a dime more than $100,000. You get on the field or we'll trade you to the Reds, and that's the way they did it. Because they were, Henley and Fry were the leaders of, and they had, I'm sure, some clashes between them, but they never had a clash like it was them.
No.
How much those two maybe were tussling, we don't know.
I don't know.
But it was always them. They were the band.
Their manager was my manager for a minute.
Irving
was my manager for a minute. But,
Really?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I don't think I was, at some point he goes, hey, listen, I'm gonna hand you off to the next guy down on my roster. And I had a different manager, which worked out fine.
But I'm surprised because, Irving is nothing if not a wonderful businessman who knows how to and enjoys making a lot of money.
Yeah, he's
and is
smart.
very good
He's
at
smart
it.
That way.
And didn't you sell, you sold like more records than like...
yeah, pretty much.
You've sold...
pretty much.
You're on that big list.
I'm on that list, yeah. Isn't that cool, though?
I'm surprised
Seriously.
that Irving Azoff wouldn't want to have been dipping his beak into that list all these years.
He's up here, and then his other guys were here, but he was all part of the same company. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, I'm a big fan of his and what he's done with that band and all those people, but...
Smart guy.
Very smart guy.
Yeah. You don't want to get on Irving's bad side.
No.
I'm not. I'm just saying I've seen,
I remember at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Don Henley said he's Satan, but he's our Satan.
That's right, yeah. That makes sense.
You remember that? Wow, so you go back a ways.
Yeah, like I started in the 80s.
Yes.
I started in the 70s. I played with Barry White when I was in high school.
What?
Yeah, I played with Barry White, yeah. At the Paramount in Seattle.
I was just talking to somebody about Barry White. Kids don't know who that is anymore.
No, they don't.
But
they don't understand it.
So you blew on some of his...
Yeah, I sure did. I did. He loved the way I blew.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You're great at it.
No,
so you were on like records that I would know?
Not records, just live.
Just live.
I played a live gig in Seattle. When he came to Seattle, they wanted to put the Love Unlimited Orchestra together. So what they do is they get the Seattle Symphony Orchestra. They call it the Love Unlimited Orchestra. And what he needed was a sax soloist, because I guess his guy, because he brings a rhythm section, all black rhythm section, and Barry White. And his sax player, I guess, couldn't make it. So they need to find the sax player. But the sax player had to read music, but also be able to play soulfully. So all the black guys in Seattle that could play soulfully didn't know how to read music. All the white guys in Seattle that knew how to read music didn't know how to play soulfully.
It's hysterical.
But in high school, I had this teacher that was connected somehow, and he told the people that were looking for the sax player, he goes, there's this kid in my high school band, he can do it. So I got the gig. At 17, I was on 17. I played these solos with Barry White, and I got a standing ovation from the crowd. It was like my first ever gig.
Were you playing on My First, My Last, My Everything?
Yeah,
so, all of those.
Yeah, and the love theme.
There's nobody like Barry White. I mean,
he was so
it's
great.
just almost a parody of himself.
Yeah.
you know, with the talking,
I know.
you know, and that voice. And, you know, it was, you could hardly parody it.
It was so
But when
great.
you got hold of a great record, it was just a great record.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those hits that he had.
Oh my gosh. It was so fun to play them, and it was so fun to just be in that. That was my first pro gig. I never did anything professionally, and then I got paid. And so what happened was my high school, Franklin High School in Seattle, was a very evenly mixed high school. 1/3 black, 1/3 white, 1/3 Asian. And I was in the nerd band side. And every day at high school, I'd be walking down the hallways, and the tough black guys would like push me up against the locker. Hey, white boy, give me some money. I go, gladly. Here you go. Here it is. Good. See you tomorrow. We'll do this again.
Really?
I'll miss you until then. It happened every day. But when I played with Barry White, so all those guys came to the Barry White concert, and they're looking up on stage and they're seeing this guy that they'd been pushing up against the locker every day. He's playing these solos with Barry White. So when I went back to school on Monday, it was a whole different ballgame. I was like a hero walking down the hallways.
So
like, right this way, sir, right this way. It was so different.
This happened every day in high school?
Almost every day.
And how much money did you give them?
No, just like, you know, back in those days, like 50 cents, a dollar, whatever I had.
And they were okay with that?
Yeah.
And what if you didn't pay one day?
I always paid. What do you mean?
Because they would beat you up otherwise?
I would presume that would happen. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I just needed like 50 cents every day to go to school. Because I brought my lunch to school every day.
So this is happening to you when you're 15, 16?
This is when I was 16, yeah.
Okay. So how did it make you feel about race relations, having that happen to you?
I never thought one thing about it.
You just said it's the black guys who do it to you and say, hey, white boy. Well, already there's a racial dimension to the story.
That's true. But in the band, our band was all mixed, but white and black. So I had black friends, I had white friends.
So it didn't embitter you?
Not at all.
Really?
No.
Okay. Well, again, some people, it's like interviewing Jesus, and you've got the same hair. I mean, you stay in the same hotel as your band. You don't have any. A lot of people would have, especially at that tender age, would have an animus.
No. I was more, you know what I was thinking about? Practicing my sax, getting straight A's, which I did, and just doing my best. And I wasn't thinking about that. To me, it was just like a little, like, you know, comma on the sentence that I just had to deal with. I didn't care
tell
that
me
much.
something shitty you've done, Kenny G.
I don't.
Oh, come on. You must have done some shitty thing in your life. Come on.
Not really.
Never once one shitty thing?
Not like wanting to.
No. Well, like, what do you mean?
Like, I mean, not like intentionally doing something
like
shitty.
Involuntary manslaughter? You committed that? No. Like what? Like what? Like you?
No. I'm a good guy. I always try to do my best.
You have no regrets, that nothing oh, geez, I can't believe
You know what? I do have a regret. The regret was not playing the sax solo on the Luther Vandross, Mariah Carey song, Endless Love. I should have played that sax solo.
They offered it and you didn't?
Yeah.
Why? Why'd you turn it down?
Because I didn't. Because they were singing so much. And by the way, at that point, I was playing like 10,000 seat places, and I was feeling like maybe my ego got in the way there. And I said, you know what? There's not enough room on this for me to play.
Really?
You know, if you gotta get rid of a few of the Mariah licks and a few of the Luther licks, and I'll play. And they go, no, we got it. And I said, well, there's no room. I'm not doing it. And I wish I would have done it. That was a mistake.
And when you say no room, that's musician talk for
Luther singing this thing, and then there's a little vocal lick. Okay, where is the space for the sax? Where do I fit in? There was no room.
Not even a solo?
No, there was no solo. It was just kind of like trying to weave around. Like when I did this Frank Sinatra record, I played with him on the song One for My Baby and One for the Road. Okay, there was some room there. And I played, and I found my way, and I fit in.
He must have been re-recording it.
He re-recorded.
Born when he was...
No, but they did a remix of...
Oh, they did?
No, well, he sang later on in his career. And who was the producer on that one? God darn it. I feel bad.
It's not 2:45.
Yeah, 2:45. There's someone in the thing.
No one in the place.
But you and me. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So stick 'em up, Joe. No, it's
Joe.
That was a joke a comic used to do. That always made me laugh.
And I would play. So I got to find my way in there. without fucking up his vocal, but also doing something that adds to, so it's always a puzzle. And on that one, I couldn't find the place, and I said no, and now I really regret that.
You went, but you never even went to the studio, you said.
With who? Oh, no.
You said you couldn't find
No,
the place.
I didn't, no. But I had my own studios. I just did it, like with the Frank Sinatra.
So they sent you a demo,
Yes.
and then you were like, I can't, you
Right.
heard it, and you were like, I can't. Well, then I don't know if that's even...
That's not a bad thing.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it would have been a cool thing to be on, but you know what? You're kind of right. I think you made the right decision because if you look bad on a big thing, then
Right.
everybody knows.
Yeah, you don't want it to
Or
look
you
bad.
you don't want to also look diminished.
You don't want to
Like-
look, that's the thing, diminish, yeah. Because you don't want to feel like you're a side man. Like if somebody asks me for a solo,
Right.
like I just did something with the Weeknd more recently.
Oh,
So
I
he-
love that in the eyes when you...
Yeah, in your eye. Okay, by the way, I nailed that solo.
Yes,
I
you did.
And so he sent it to me and says like, okay, come the next day and we're going to do this thing live. And I just heard the song. So I went in my studio and I spent like 10 hours meticulously figuring out where to play, what notes I thought. So I sent it to him and he goes, perfect. I said, great. I say, okay, so if you think that's perfect, I'm going to memorize my solo that I just did and I'll play that live. So which was great. And that was tricky, but that worked out really, really well. It's a puzzle. So just finding that right thing, and it turned out really good. I like him. He's a really hard worker.
Weekend?
Yeah, I like him because I'm a hard worker. So if I like, see, that's what I think about you. Like when you said something on one
Oh, I'm
of
a hard worker.
your thing. Who was it that you said? Oh, to Mark Cuban. You said something like, "This is fun. Now I got to go back to my day job, and I'm doing." Every week I got to do the show and it has to be perfect. And I thought, you know what? I think the same way.
I have to make it as perfect as I can
Yeah, same thing.
because it's a once a week show. So
Yeah.
you have all week to perfect it as much as you can. Now, most of it is ad lib with a panel. So, it's only so much
good, though.
I can do.
But you're so
Thank
funny.
you. Oh, thank
one
you.
of my favorite things that you said on one of your shows was you were talking about the woke thing, and you were on your rant about the woke, and you said something like, okay, when you go to the movies, folks, now you know who the bad guy is. It's you. You said it's just like this. You go, it's you.
Well-
and then at the end you go, if you're so woke, why am I falling asleep? And that was my. When you said that, I said, okay. I got to memorize that. That's the best line I've ever heard in my life.
The piece you're quoting is something we did about the Oscars. Was it a whole year ago or maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was
I think it was
great.
2 years ago when the Oscars were particularly lugubrious that year.
Lugubrious.
It was
Whatever that means.
It was hosted by Debbie Downer, I think it was. Or the Debbies, we call them, because it
Debbie
was just-
Downer.
So that was what I was saying. Like the people just seem to want to affirm their virtue, even in the movie theater.
Right.
So that was where that line came from about
so great.
the bad guy is you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just want to be entertained sometimes.
I know.
And there's something wrong with that. And people used to know how to make movies that were both about something, but weren't just sad.
I know. Yeah.
Schindler's List
Yeah.
is sad, but
Yeah.
it's also great movie making.
But people like people to see them sad because they feel like if they're sad for the right reasons, they look better than you.
Well, and that is
I
what is
hate
so
that.
obnoxious about the woke.
I know.
And I know there are people who, Bill Maher always say, yeah, you're right. I am always going off about the woke because they're funny. And I'm a comedian. It's like a divining rod. It goes right for the funny. And it's funny to be presumptuous.
It is.
And smug
It
and
is.
arrogant and think that these are the kind of people always talking about. Their attitude is like, you know what, if only the stupid people could stop being so stupid, this world would be a great place while they're doing or saying something hugely stupid, like wearing a mask alone outside.
That's right. That's right. Alone outside. It's so dumb.
And that's why I will continue to do it. And I'm so glad they came along because now it's like I got Trump and I have you assholes.
You're so good. You got it from both sides. You can make fun.
I got material from, yes, I get attacked from both sides. I also get material from both sides.
You're so good that way. I love that. And also when the masks came out, so I've been going to Asia since the 80s. My first tour was like 83 or 84. So I've been to Asia literally 100 times. Japan probably 75 times. China 30 times.
Wow.
Singapore like 10 or 12 shows.
Isn't a song of yours played every day in China?
It is.
Now that is an amazing thing.
Hundreds of millions of people every day when it's close. Okay, so the song is called Going Home.
Yeah,
so
it makes sense.
They took it literally. So they play that song at 5 o'clock and people hear it and go, time to go home. And they go home.
And they wouldn't even know, except for the title, right? There's no singing.
No singing, no.
So it's just, you're just evoking the feeling of going home so well through your instrument that you don't even need lyrics. That's a pretty impressive
It's a beautiful
thing.
song. When I wrote it, for some reason, my mom had passed away like so long ago, but I was playing the song and it reminded me of Seattle and my childhood, and I thought, I'm going to call this song Going Home. And so my first mistake was when I went to China, I knew the song was popular, so I played it 45 minutes into the set, looked up, the audience left. Because it's time to go home. But when they heard the song, they were just on autopilot. They walked out.
Like Pavlov's dog.
I said, well, okay, let's save it for the encore next show.
Club Random is brought to you by the audio marketing gurus at Radioactive Media. Let me ask you, what are you doing to grow your business? Don't just use Google and social media when you can utilize new channels and acquire new customers by partnering with shows like mine and enjoy lower CPMs, elevating your brand in a space away from your competitors. Wouldn't you like to generate up to 9 times more leads? You can when you combine the power of audio and video channels with text messaging and generate a higher ROI. Club Random has been partnering with Radioactive Media since the beginning with clients such as Signal Wire, Heat Holders, Wine Enthusiast, Lumi, Microdose, Gummies, and more. For a limited time, get $1,000 toward your first campaign, plus free text messaging by going to radioactivemedia.com or text the word RANDOM to 511-511. Discover how audio marketing can surpass your current strategies with new and innovative ways that sound better. Go to radioactivemedia.com or text RANDOM to 511-511. Text RANDOM to 511-511 today. Terms, conditions, message, and data rates may apply. Let's face it, when it comes to wardrobe, most guys struggle to look good. How many times has a wife or girlfriend heard, "Honey, which sweats go with this hockey jersey?" But now help is on the way with Rhone. Rhone's commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable set of products known to man. And here's why. The commuter collection offers the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the Rhone commuter collection. Rhone's comfortable stretch fabric is breathable and flexible, so it leaves you free to enjoy everything life throws at you. With Rhone's wrinkle release technology, wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products. It's that easy. Rhone is 100% machine washable, so you can ditch the dry cleaner altogether. The clothes combine comfort and mobility, and I know, I got baked the other day and played an entire basketball game in my pants from Rhone. But seriously, they are perfect for every occasion, from work to happy hour to date night, and if you're doing date night on the off chance you score, they come right off. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to rhone.com/random and use promo code RANDOM to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to rhone.com/random and use code RANDOM. It's time to find your corner office comfort. With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast for any meal with chef-prepared, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Plus, it'll save you the sticker shock of buying a box of $9 eggs. Factor's fresh, never-frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to crushing your goals. Choose from over 35 flavor-packed meals that promote a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients. And if you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best as you tackle a busy autumn, try Protein Meals Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. And try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. With Factor, you're making a sustainable choice. Head to factormeals.com/random50 and use code RANDOM50 to get 50% off. That's code RANDOM50 at factormeals.com/random. TextRandom.com/random50 to get 50% off.
Never been to Asia. Well, the Middle East.
Wait, you've never been to Japan?
No.
Okay, Bill, come on, bro.
Too late now.
You don't want to go?
No.
Why?
I mean, nothing against the Japanese. I'm too set in my ways.
You know what? You
to-
are. You've said that before. You just don't like traveling, do you?
I really don't. Only.
But did you watch Lost in Translation?
Love that movie. I just saw it again.
So that
what a genius movie.
So that hotel, bro. That hotel.
We're checking into a hotel if you're just listening to this.
Listen.
No, that.
Okay, that hotel is called the Park Hyatt, or in Japanese, Pakahayatu. That's how you say it.
Really?
No, seriously. I'm not being funny.
Oh,
So if you go to Japan and you tell the cab driver, take me to the Park Hyatt, he doesn't know what you're saying, but you go, Pakahayatu. Then that's where you go. So this is not me being funny. This is real.
No. Okay.
So Park Hyatt, that hotel, it's the greatest hotel in the world.
Really?
You're
The greatest hotel in the world?
To me, it is. Are you a meticulous guy?
Very meticulous.
Okay. All right.
Why
So-
do you love this hotel?
Because everything is meticulous. You press the elevator and it goes up to the 41st floor. That's where the lobby is.
I hate it already.
No,
I
you're
like
not
to
gonna-
be.
no.
I like to be as close
No.
to the ground
No,
as I
you're not-
can.
like, no,
Oh, really?
Okay,
What
so
if there's a fire?
you
You're dead.
you open up the elevator opens up, and it's the most beautiful lighting that you've seen ever.
Lighting?
Lighting, the lighting, and it's beautiful lighting.
I don't care.
Beautiful bar, and it's a whole
care
bar lounge thing, huge.
I don't care. I don't
Okay.
care. These things don't make any. All I want is.
What do you want
I'm
then?
almost like Stevie Wonder in that Stevie Wonder said, "Let me finish." Stevie Wonder,
Who I love, by the way.
of course.
And
How
he's-
can you not love
And
Stevie
he
Wonder?
smells so good.
He does.
Yeah.
He can't.
We did a
he
song,
better. He
we
can't
did a
sing.
song together, and he came. I was playing this gig in L.A. at the Greek Theater, and I'm playing in the middle of the set. Somebody says to me, "Stevie Wonder's here. He wants to sit in." I go,
Wow.
What does he want to
Sit
play?
in. Wow.
I don't know. Just figure it out. I go, okay.
Cool.
Well, let's play this song called "Besame Mucho." You know.
Oh, sure.
Besame
The Beatles did
Mucho.
it when they were in Hamburg.
Oh, did they do that? That
Paul
bossa
McCartney's-
nova?
Yeah. Besame mucho. Yeah,
Da 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 da
yeah.
da.
Their early days before they were. I guess they were.
I don't know that the Beatles
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, like before.
It's a
it all-
great song.
It's like a Hamburg era song.
So he comes out with his harmonica, and we do this duet together. And so people are doing it, and so he's standing next to me. I said, Stevie, I said, you can't see what's going on, but everyone's giving you a standing ovation. Oh, that's beautiful, baby. That's beautiful. And here so he puts his harmonica in my hand. He goes, keep this for her. I said,
Oh, wow.
Awesome. I said, do you need me to walk you off stage, or what happens now?
Right.
And he goes, no, I just do this with my head, and then somebody comes out. So he took them off. But you were talking about Stevie Wonder, but I interrupted to tell you a Stevie Wonder story, which is not polite, by the way.
It's
I
fine.
hate it when people, somebody says something and then,
That's-
I got to one-up you with a Stevie Wonder story.
Well.
So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's definitely a better Stevie Wonder story.
What were you going to say about Stevie Wonder? Do you remember?
I think I was going to say that he.
This is a good drink, by the way. What'd you put in here besides the tequila? What's the,
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
was it Fresca?
It's Fresca.
Do you remember Fresca?
It's no, I'm not going to say because these people should be sponsoring this show and they're too cheap to. So
Well,
I'm not
Fresca
gonna
doesn't
give them-
exist anymore, so that's cool. Right?
so let's
that
say
was my
Fresca.
dad's favorite,
That's
by
right.
the way, Fresca.
Nope, you assholes just missed out on some free publicity.
Let me tell you something else that I wanted to tell you that I've been thinking about for a while.
Okay.
This is why I love you so much.
Oh.
And not knowing you, this is why I love you. Because you remind me of, I like comedians. I have comedian friends. I do.
I'll bet you do.
Ray Romano's a really good friend of mine.
Oh, cool. I love Ray
And
Romano.
George Lopez is a very good friend of mine.
Very funny guy.
And here's what they have in common with you. And that is, they're able to have real conversations, but any time that they want to make you laugh, they can do it.
Yeah.
But they're not on all the time.
No, that's
And
obnoxious.
that's obnoxious. And
That's
so you
obnoxious.
have that quality, and I love that.
Well, thank you. That's
So-
that's a wonderful compliment.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to me because I've always tried to go for a very naturalistic style,
Yeah.
whether it's here or on real time. I
And you
mean,
do
it's
the
just-
same thing there. It's like all of a
Yeah,
sudden you're
it's
talking
just-
about something really smart and political, and then boom, all of a sudden,
Right.
I'm just laughing really hard because you
Good.
decided it's time for me to laugh.
Well, it's not. I think you're giving me a little more credit
No, it's
in that
just so great.
I can.
You control me.
I can't plan it the way you're. I think picturing like, oh, I'm just going to be funny right this second. But what you learn to do, I think, is I would liken it to a quarterback. Like, I'm not going to force a pass in and get intercepted.
That's right.
But I'm going to pick apart the defense. But, the last thing you want to do is force a joke or force anything. So, I can't exactly do it like on cue to make you laugh. But when it's opportunistic, it's like, that's what makes it seem natural and be natural, actually, is that it is opportunistic.
Right.
It's you're just counterpunching. It's like something strikes you funny or you see an opportunity and, you share your thought. But you don't have to, and those are the people you're talking about, like who are always on.
No, it's draining.
It's draining.
Yeah, because then you feel like you have to react to everything they're doing. It's like I'm tired of giving you. You're pulling from me because you need it. I don't want to give it to you.
Yes.
I hate that more than you know. I hate that because I don't like giving people what they want because they want it. I don't like that.
So we did find something wrong with you.
There you go.
I knew it.
There you go. Okay, I'll tell you something else. Okay.
I killed a guy in high school.
No, listen. Okay.
I beat up hookers on the weekend.
Okay. The first time I went to Asia, this is what I was telling you. Okay, the first time I went to Asia. So I'm down in Malaysia. I'm thinking I'm in Kuala Lumpur or something. This was in like 83 or 84. So this was like 40 years ago, right? So I get to the hotel. And I got to use the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom and I look at the toilet and there's like this fucking electronic gadget. It's not a normal toilet. I go, what is all this stuff? There's all these buttons and everything. And so I don't know what I'm doing. So I push a button. All of a sudden I get sprayed in the face with water.
Oh, you hope it's water.
And I went, God damn it. And then I went, wait a minute. Dropped the pants, sat down. 2 hours later, I went, oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
This toilet. Unbelievable. So, okay. This is the greatest thing.
It's a bidet toilet?
Yeah. But in the 80s, I said, I have to have this. And so when I got back from Asia that time, I found out where it was. I ordered like 10 of them.
You still use them?
Absolutely.
You know what? You're not the first person.
And you need it here, like in your treehouse waiting area.
Yeah.
That would have come in handy, just letting you know.
I don't think I want to know a lot more about why that's the case, Kenny G. But
so I just said,
okay.
I'm sharing with you.
But you're not the first person who has suggested and.
You don't have them here in your compound?
No, I don't.
Are you? Okay, why?
No, okay, so you're another person who was telling me I should have the Japanese toilet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can just add it. It's a toilet seat. You don't have to buy the whole toilet.
Of course.
But with you can afford it. So you can
in California, there'll be 58 regulations.
No. I could install it for you. By the way, my grandfather was a plumber. My dad was in the plumbing business. I could install that for you. Wow. I know how to do it. I have tools and I can do stuff like that.
How's Thursday for you?
I can do it. No charge, by the way. No charge.
And listen, don't get me into those. We'll be there between 8 and 1. And then show up at 2:30.
I'll come
all right, asshole. If you say between 8 and 1, that's when I want to see your face at my door.
No problem. Look, if you don't get it by the time you're 70, hopefully, if I'm on the list, I want to be invited to your 70th birthday party.
Well, you're like,
and I will bring you a present.
Kenny,
and the present will be the total neo-rest.
You've never done anything bad.
Not yet.
You're staying in the same hotel as the band.
Right.
I mean, what we were just talking about.
Toilets?
You're just like, you're always doing a good deed.
Trying to. I'm trying to. Okay, so
are you a religious man? Is this coming?
I'm not religious.
So you're not doing it because you're thinking this is my ticket to heaven. No, you don't think there is a heaven.
I don't actually.
There probably is not.
I don't know. By the way, you're religious.
Yeah, sure.
I love that.
Oh, good. Thanks.
So fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the Hebrew high school, not full time, just like.
That's where the black kids beat you up at the Hebrew high school.
No. That was Franklin High. No, just like a couple nights a week I had to go. And was so turned off by the whole process of it. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, so Hebrew school you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
so I can read Hebrew.
Yeah,
I know how to read
Right.
Hebrew, but I don't know what it means.
I know kids, see, I went to catechism, which is where the Catholic kids go to learn. It's separate from
Right.
school.
Yeah.
It's once a week where you learn how to be a Catholic.
Similar.
Right. And then I knew kids all through school went to Hebrew school. They're like, so it was like a second school. Once a week.
Yeah,
but,
once a
you
week
know,
or twice a week, yeah.
But it's important to indoctrinate the kids in the nonsense
And
from
it was
the Bronze Age.
It was so nonsense to me.
And of course it is.
It
Okay,
is.
so you're...
I did a good bar mitzvah though, because I'm a straight A student. I got 4.0 pretty much all the way through, because I'm meticulous. Like
I'm
my
the same way.
saxophone. Like for example, this morning, like every morning, I practiced my sax for 3 hours. I went into a little practice room in Manhattan Beach. There's a music school there, and they gave me a key, because they don't show up till 10. So I go in there early morning, like 7 o'clock till 10, working on my scales every day.
Scales at this point?
Every day.
Really?
Every day.
You still have to do scales?
Every single day.
When you're in the game for 50 years?
Well, do I have to? I don't know. But do I do it because I want to keep getting better and better? Like today, I would
And that
say,
helps you scale?
oh, absolutely. I would say today I'm probably the best.
Why? Because when you're doing a solo, you're always working with this. That's where that comes in. The knowledge of the scale helps you like pick the notes.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Perfect.
I say scales. I just mean exercises.
Okay.
I just exercise.
So it has nothing to do with...
No, you're not a golfer though, are you?
No, I'm actively against golf.
You're against golf, okay. But okay, do you do any sports?
Yes.
What's your
real
sport?
sports?
Real sports with Bill Maher.
I mean, I would. The greatest thing in the world would be to have a baseball field, but you need like 18 guys. Hey guys, I'm getting 16 other guys together this weekend. It just doesn't work. But I have a basketball court, and that is my passion.
All right,
I shoot every day.
Okay.
Sometimes I have games. You know.
When you're practicing your shots,
yes.
Okay, that's what I'm doing, and I'm doing my practice. I'm practicing. I'm exercising. I'm getting my muscles
right,
so that when I go play the game, which is the shows at the Paramount,
okay,
I'm ready to go. I do it every single day.
And is it tedious to do it?
No, I honestly, I can't.
Even scales
can't even wake up.
Are fun?
I get so excited to wake up every morning to go do it. Yeah, I do. I love
like morning sax wood.
Yeah, that's right. I do. That's right. And the horn's about that long.
And that's what you do first thing in the day.
Every day. Every single day.
When you're freshest.
Yeah.
Is there also when you write songs?
I don't know when I write songs. They just kind of happen. I write songs when I need to make a record. Oh, by the way, tonight's a celebration for me. I forgot to tell you. I finished my latest album yesterday.
Oh,
and I was so wanting to finish it before Wednesday.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
So, what number album is this?
20-something.
Oh, come on. You must know. You don't know the number. I know how many HBO specials I've done.
I think it's 24.
I bet you it is. I bet you know it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
super. Man, I'm telling you, it's so hard to make a record for me. So hard. Because I'm so meticulous and the technology is so different these days than it used to be. Right now, you can do anything. It's a program called Pro Tools. You ever heard of that? Have you heard that word before?
I have heard that, yes.
Okay, so Pro Tools means that...
assumed it was something that kids were doing to masturbate on TikTok. But
that's not true. Yeah, we got to get you on social media, by the way.
We do not have to do that.
Pro Tools. But now I'm switching gears. Have you ever heard of Cameo?
Cameo.
You know, Cameo where the
yes,
public...
you with someone's birthday.
Yeah, right.
I'm on Jeopardy. Cameo.
That's right. Can you do it in the form of a question?
Yeah, no, I can't. No. I'm impressed I knew that much. But yes, you can get Rudy Giuliani for like $108.
Well, whatever.
To say happy birthday. It's
such a great thing. I'm on Cameo and I'm loving it.
Oh, you do it, Cameo?
I do it. I love it.
Not for the money. You have tons of money.
I do, but I still like making money. By the way, thinking about that brings up another subject.
Cameo, why do you like it? Because it's a way to touch the fans personally?
Exactly.
And that's what you want to do, touch your fans?
I want to touch them with my horn. If I can't blow them, I got to blow my horn.
Are you single? Are you married?
I'm not married.
You're not married? You never were married?
I was married. Yeah, I'm divorced. I have 2 kids.
Oh.
Older and 29.
How long have you been single?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah. By the way, my older son, Max, 29, he's a heavy metal guitarist.
Oh, wow.
So opposite of me. And so this is what happened. When he was first learning to play guitar, this is the bullshit that happens with music in the schools. Well, we want you to learn to play songs. So they learn to play songs because we want you to like the instrument. And I said, Max, no, don't learn to play songs. Learn the mechanics. Then you'll be able to play any song. Don't learn a song.
Wow.
Learn the mechanics so you can play any song.
Wow.
And that's what you need to do. And he did that, and he is a monster on that guitar. He'll be world famous at some point because he's just so good. Because he's mastered his scales. 29.
That's your kid?
Yeah, 29.
29.
Yeah, and 25. I got another one too. Wow. Yeah, and my boys. We have a great relationship. I love my boys. I can't tell you how wonderful it's been having them.
And
I take pride in my fatherhood. By the way that I raised them. I did something that I think is really cool. I never told them what to do, never once. I just gave them info. You know, if you don't
brush your teeth,
if you don't brush your teeth, you know, you're probably going to have cavities. Here, take a look at this picture. But I don't care if you brush your teeth, whatever.
I think that was how they all did it back then, because I remember that on a sitcom. If you don't brush your teeth, you know, it was Mary Tyler Moore.
You know,
Somebody
like,
was
like if they threw their shit on the floor, like I don't want them to pick it up. I don't say go pick that up. I'd say, God, I get so fucking mad when I see clothes on the floor. God, I hate that. And then I just walk away. And then I'd watch them go scurry and pick it up and put it away because they decided that was the right thing to do because they made a decision.
Or they were fearful.
No, there was never.
You said, I get so mad.
I get mad, but they weren't fearful.
But it implies that if you're going to do...
No, I wouldn't do anything. They knew that.
That you never did anything?
Never.
Never yelled at them?
No, never yelled at my dad.
Never had to?
Never had to.
Really?
Never had to because I would just give them information and say, listen, you know, you make your decision.
But kids are like fucking animals. They get into all sorts of shit.
You got to meet my boys. They're not animals.
Well, they're in their 20s. I hope not. But kids are feral. They're stupid and they're feral and they're cruel. Yes, they are. And they need to be civilized. Obviously, you did a good job at that. But I mean, they don't come out good. That's the book Lord of the Flies.
That's true.
Lord of the Flies?
That's true. But
they're ruthless.
I don't think so at all.
They're mean. Are you kidding?
No.
How the way kids torture other kids?
Not mine.
Not yours. No, not yours.
Maybe because they're raised in a certain environment. I don't know. My boys were nice kids.
You should write a book.
I should write a book.
You can make money there, Mr. Money Lover.
I know. It's not. This is the thing.
Oh, please. I love money, too. Everybody loves money.
Okay, here's the problem, though.
Money's great.
Okay, but...
Money's another word for freedom, by the way.
True.
Money is another word for freedom.
Aren't we free enough?
Yes, but this whole thing about, freedom is just a word with nothing left to lose, or the opposite, where mostly you get freedom because you have money, which means when I was poor, I was not free enough to choose what to eat. I had to eat Blimpies across the street. Yeah. I was not free enough to sleep well because where I lived and the bus below and, all that kind of shit. Yeah. Just basic. I was not free enough to turn down any job for any amount of money.
Right.
$30 on a floor of sawdust.
I know that feeling.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I would take any gig.
Money, does not solve all the problems.
No.
But it's like a cushion. And I remember when I had no cushions, and I remember when I had just one, but my bony ass could still feel the pavement. And is it better to sleep on 100 cushions?
Yes.
Duh!
A lot better.
That's freedom.
Yeah.
So
I agree. But here's what I'm like battling with right now. Okay, and I'm going to say this without knowing, but I'm thinking that you have enough money for the rest of your life. You don't have to worry about money.
Unless I have to buy something, is the old joke. But no, I'm
going to put myself in the same category.
But you know why? Because I'm not someone who prizes or indulges in luxury.
Same here.
I have people have asked me many times, like, how did you get enough money to buy a piece of the New York Mets? I said, no divorce.
No, right, I know. You're lucky
No
you.
marriages.
Lucky you.
No kids. Alimony. No stupid hobbies. No hookers, cocaine.
No.
Heroin, motorcycles, cars, artwork, jewelry. You know, like, none of that does anything for me. You know what I like? Files. Files, like fireproof files to keep all my papers in. And so that's like my sports car.
Oh my gosh.
I have many great files.
That's good. Good for you.
I really do, because I like to rat pack.
But let me ask you this. So here's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm thinking, because, okay, I grew up in a Jewish environment. And the Jewish environment, for me, I'm not saying this is true of all, but for me, it was more. Make more, make more, make more, make more.
Make more money or
make more money.
Right.
Like, you know, always do what you can to make more money. And let's keep making it. Don't spend a lot, though.
You think the Koreans don't think the same way?
But I'm saying,
the Chinese,
at this point, do we think that way? I'm thinking maybe that's not the right way to think now. Maybe it's not, do I make more money? Maybe it's like, what do I really want to do? And the problem is, I'm not sure what I want to do, because what I've wanted was to make more money.
But if I may offer an answer to this.
Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what works for me. Was at a certain point I made sort of a conscious decision, and I'm glad I did, that I'd have to like purposely make myself think about the equation of time versus money, like your time and also happiness.
Right.
Like, so I've been offered corporate gigs, like, which is dumb on the part of corporation because it's not going to go well.
Right. Those are great gigs to be offered, right?
Great for you.
Oh,
not
you
for
don't like
me.
that?
Well,
can you pass them on to me when you say no?
I can, because there's usually a committee that decides on the entertainment. So somebody on the committee is a big fan of mine. Let's get Bill Maher here to talk to the Krellman Corporation.
Right.
And yes, the money is enormous. People don't realize that everybody in show business, including the biggest stars, do these private gigs.
Right.
They just don't hear about it unless it's, the Sultan of Brunei and he just beheaded 8 homosexuals or something, and then you hear about it.
Right, that's right.
Okay, but they all do it. So I've been offered it, and I did it once or twice. It's a disaster because the guy in the committee is a fan of mine.
Right.
The crowd, they
don't care.
If they don't believe in the premise, they're definitely not going to like the punchline.
Right.
And I'm an atheist. I'm a drug addict, not a drug addict, a drug user.
Right.
Not married. I mean, I'm just not corporate.
How long is your gig when you do these gigs? Are they like a 30-minute?
I did it. It's like an hour.
Oh,
I think.
an hour. Okay.
One time it was in the day. I'm not a person who does things in the day, especially performs. And so why put ourselves through that? So like, no matter what and of course the most powerful word in show business is no.
Right.
So when you say no, of course then they go, we gotta have him.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then I gotta fuck that guy. He said no. Okay, so then the money goes up, but it's, it would have to be some astronomical number because I know I'm going to have a bad time. That is a day of my life I'm not going to enjoy.
Right.
I want to make every day good.
Good for you.
At 67.
I agree. I'm 1 year behind, half a year behind.
Yeah, I hope, we're the same place. I hope that I have many, many, many more days, but you never know. Of course, you don't know that at 27.
No, you don't know.
So but I just know now in my head, I want every day to be a good day.
Yeah.
And you can't buy a day unless I got poor again. The fucking market.
Then you take the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I put all my money in raccoon dogs. And now raccoon dogs have this bad odor about them.
That's not good.
No, and
you should put it into Starbucks or something.
I may have to to go on OnlyFans with you and wish people happy birthday.
No. I'm not doing the only.
I'm kidding. I know.
I don't think people want to see my body anyway.
So like somebody who I'm sure you could obviously live the rest of your life without any more income coming in, but use that in your favor to get yourself to say, no, you cannot make me do anything that doesn't make me happy at this point in my life.
It's hard,
I'm
though, 'cause
literally a senior citizen.
Yes.
I should get that. I couldn't. Other people are retiring and on cruises.
I know,
and
but
shit.
I don't feel like I ever want to retire.
I
Do
don't
you?
either. No, because we're so lucky because
I
what we
know.
do is enjoyable. It's the person who has a job as opposed to a career.
I know.
If you're a person who has a career, you're one of the lucky ones.
Right. If you found something that you love to do.
Yes, because working is not horrible. I mean, there are things that, there are times I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to work more to make this right. But I still enjoy the work.
Yeah.
It's I've had many jobs when I was young that were just a job, and they were horrible.
No,
And
I actually
it's-
never had a job.
Never had a job because of the instrument?
I've only played my saxophone to make money, never done anything else.
Wow.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
That is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You told me so many cool things. I can't even the Stevie Wonder story. I can't. I mean, it's like we all
Okay,
get. I gotta get a chalkboard.
I'll tell you another story.
Cool things about Kenny G.
Listen.
I have. It's like a calendar. I have my cool things about Kenny
Well,
G calendar.
well,
What's
there's so many-
what's
there's
today?
so many more. You wanna hear-
March 22nd. His kids are perfect. Oh fuck.
I know. Sorry, bro.
God damn.
Okay, so remember the 2008 Olympics? This is another Asian story.
Do I remember the 2008 Olympics vividly?
Okay, so
no, was it in China?
It was in China, right?
Yeah, Beijing.
Okay, so
It was their coming out party
so
as a
I'm-
world power.
since my music is so popular there, and it's a whole worldwide thing, I'm thinking I'm going to write the theme for the 2008 Olympics.
Wow.
They're going to love it. I'm their like Western
Right.
guy. I'm their boy. China doesn't.
You're like
actually-
Spinal Tap in Japan.
I'm kind of am. Right. Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Shanghai. Right.
right.
And so, when you play in China, like they will literally tell you, an artist, you can't play here because we don't like your lyrics.
Right,
We don't like
sure.
your vibe. We don't like an interview you did with Bill Maher.
Right.
No,
China's-
politically incorrect. So
China's a dictatorship.
I'm one of those guys, because it's an instrumental, they go, we love his music. Yeah. So I get to play gigs there. So I'm thinking, I'm going to write this theme for the Olympics.
Right.
So I
They
write
can't
this-
object to your lyrics.
They can't. There's no lyrics.
It's brilliant.
I write this I think a beautiful anthem. It's an anthem.
Right.
It goes like this. It goes ba da 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 da, ba ba da 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 da, bum ba da 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 ba, bum ba. It's just, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm standing next to the flame. I'm up there playing. The athletes are out there. I send the song in to some. Didn't hear a word. Nothing. It's such a great song. Anyway.
Wait, you sent it in.
I sent it in to like whoever.
I assume you had someone.
Like management finding the thing. I say, hey, get this to whoever's in charge.
So you had someone do it the right way
Of
to the
course.
right person.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm
say,
not putting
"I sent it in."
I'm not putting a cassette in the mail. Hey,
That's
send
what
it to
it's-
Shanghai.
Sounded like Mr. Wang Peng.
That's right. Yeah.
Olympics 2008.
I hope you like this.
China.
In China. And so, okay, so anyway, so 100 days before the Olympics, they had this big event in Beijing. All the top Chinese celebrities are invited to come to the celebration, and one Western artist, yours truly.
We're invited. We were invited.
So I get to go, and I'm going to play a song, and it's going to be like a tribute to the Olympics 100 days before, blah, blah, blah. So I get to Beijing.
This is the song you were just singing.
No, they just wanted me to play something. I think they wanted me to play my famous song that they have.
Oh, okay.
But they just want me to there. And I'm the only non-Chinese artist that they invite to this thing. So I feel pretty, like prestigious. So I get there. At the last minute, the Chinese government says, okay, actually, we don't want you to play.
Wow.
Only Chinese artists can play.
Oh.
But we want you to walk on stage and wave.
Oh my God.
And so I'm going all the way to Beijing to walk. Okay.
Oh.
And you know what I said? I go, fine, happy to do it. So I'm walking up this huge ramp to this big stage. And as I'm walking up, Jackie Chan is walking down. Right? And I'm walking up and I recognize Jackie Chan. He looks at me, he goes, like this. I've never met. He goes, you're so famous. He says to me, I go, Jackie Chan? He goes, meet me at my cigar bar at the Ritz-Carlton tonight. I go, what? And so he walks down and I walk up. And so after I do my wave, I go, can somebody take me to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel? I'm going to go to Jackie Chan's cigar bar. I mean, whatever. So I get there, and I walk in there, and Jackie Chan up on stage singing with his backup band, which is like, remember, what was that, the artist that had all these girls in those strapless little black outfits, and the girls were backing him up? Robert Plant? Was it Robert?
No, the Robert Plant is Led
it wasn't
Zeppelin.
Robert Plant.
Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer. So it was the same thing. Jackie Chan singing, he's got a backup band of these young, hot Asian girls with strapless thing, whatever. And I walk in and he looks at me and he comes up and he starts singing to me in my face.
Oh, wow.
I go, this is unbelievable. He goes, and then he says to me, can you play your song for me? My song Going Home. So I did. And so Jackie Chan sits in a chair and I'm sitting there with my saxophone. I play the song for him. And of course his backup band knows my song. He starts to cry.
Oh.
He starts crying because it means so much to him. And there's my story.
We'll be
Isn't
right
that
back.
cool?
We'll be right back after this word from
That's
Del
right,
Monte. So
anyway, so I'm just sharing with you.
You are.
This is what happens when you leave town, Bill, and you go on the road. You can have these experiences.
This experience would not happen to me in China.
Everybody loves you.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they love me in China. The 3 people who know who I am, 2 of them who would probably put me in the fucking concentration camp with the Uyghurs. No, I don't know. I mean, I hope my stuff could someday get to a place like China. You know, comedy is not, I mean, there are comedians, I played Europe once, there are comedians who regularly can go overseas to certain cities where they all speak English. But it's just music and comedy are not even on the same universe. Music, it's universal and all over the world. Yeah. I remember the first time I went to Amsterdam, and it's
of course you love Amsterdam. Right?
Yeah, that's one reason. And I think I've been there 4 times, just somewhat by chance, but it's a lovely city, lovely people, but I never felt they were exactly warm. They were polite.
They're tall, though.
Polite, but not warm.
Yeah, right. I agree.
And I remember my friend who lived there at the time, and he was telling me, and he said, they're very reserved. They don't really care a lot about American celebrities except pop stars, like everybody in the world.
That's right.
They go nuts for them.
Yeah.
And I was like, that music really cuts to a place because it's emotional, because you don't have to have a brain.
No.
Like for me, you kind of, that's why, we play the size theaters we play. You kind of have to have a brain. Or in your case, just be elegant. I mean, it's an elegant sound, it's not, it's not hard and it's not trying to be.
Have you ever gotten laid to my music?
I'm sure I have. What do you play when you get laid? That's an interesting thing. You can't play yourself.
No, you can't play myself. No, I can't do that.
That would be just
there's only one horn in the room when I'm in the.
But who do you play when you?
I like the old school jazz, like Stan Getz. Stan Getz is one of my favorite. Yes, I love Stan Getz.
You bone to Stan Getz.
Yeah, that's my guy.
It is an interesting conundrum.
Do you know Stan Getz? Do you know?
No, but I know Getting Laid, and
so you don't know his music. Stan Getz.
I know who he is.
Do you know it's that song? Bum ba da da bum da 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 dun 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 da da da.
Girl from Ipanema.
Girl from Ipanema. That's the sax on that. That's Stan Getz.
Yeah, Stan Getz played that. I mean, that was Antonio Carlos Jobim.
That's right. Yeah. But Stan played that sax solo.
Yeah.
That song was like...
Yeah, Stan Getz was like I know that he was like the major guy of that era.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was the white guy of the cool jazz era. There was Miles Davis, who was obviously the black face of cool, what they called cool jazz. And then there was Stan Getz.
Right.
Yeah. What drives the jazz critics crazy is the fact that I used to open up for Miles Davis. Those jazz critics, man, they just not happy with what I do.
And what was he like?
I didn't get to know him very well. He was very reserved.
No one did.
No. But he was like...
But he wasn't mean.
No, he wasn't mean to me.
Yeah.
But he wasn't playing any of the traditional stuff. He was playing his new kind of I guess what they call fusion music at that point. I played at Lincoln Center with him. I was opening act, 2 shows. First show sold out. He comes into my room. First time, never talked to him. He comes to me and goes, "Hey man, I like that song you play. It sounds great. Hey, by the way, I'm going to open up for you the second set."
Really?
I said, "Wow, Miles, wow." Does that. I get on stage.
Wait, so in the second set, he went up first?
Yeah. He went on first. So I get on to my... So,
Maybe that's because you did better than him.
No. Here's why.
No?
No. Because when I got on stage, of the 3,000 people, there was 300 left. He just wanted to get done early.
Right.
Yeah. And I walked on stage, and there's 300 people left. I go,
Wow.
Okay, Miles, you know what? That's
Right.
cool. I said, that's cool. You are the headliner. I'm the opening act. You have every right to do that. That's cool.
And it's
I'm okay
also
with
Miles
that.
Davis.
It's also Miles Davis.
You know.
I'll never forget that, though. But it was such
That
a
is
cool,
funny.
cool moment, though. You know, just to have him talk to me. So when the jazz critics like get into me and talk about like, well, they don't really like my music, whatever, I go, you know, Miles liked what I did, so I'm going to listen to Miles.
Right.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Well, I mean, the pretentiousness
I know.
is just so pointless in something like music, which
It is pointless with music.
it's so stupid.
Come on, it's
like I said,
what
it's-
melody touches your heart? Then that's great.
Well, what music is, if it moves you and it's music, then that's what we're all going for. And I say I'm not in this business, but that's what I'm as a fan looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, partly, look, I'm not somebody who is a particular believer in lyrics. I used to have this argument with Clive Davis. Now,
I was with Clive for 25 years.
yeah, who wasn't? It's like, and he'll tell you.
Kenny, we need more. We need more something in your music. Oh, thanks, Clive. Okay, got it. I got it.
Really? Yeah. Didn't he the one who told you to do the Christmas album?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And I said, Clive, I'm Jewish. He goes, so was Irving Berlin. Okay.
I mean, he is Clive Davis.
He's a genius.
Besides a sweet guy, I love him a lot. But
I do too.
But like a genius at that kind of like, just do what I say, it's going to be a hit, and then it's a hit. I mean, that story you hear a lot with Clive Davis.
That's right.
Barry Manilow with Mandy.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
All the way up to Kelly Clarkson.
That's right, I know.
Just fucking do this song.
Yeah, but the problem is that sometimes he tells you stuff that you just can't do. Like he told me on my Christmas record, we need a vocal. I said, Clive, it has to be all instrumental.
Right.
Need a vocal. Clive, it has to be all instrumental. And he goes, all right, but if you don't listen to me, it's a huge career mistake.
Oh, no.
He says to me, I go, okay, I'm going to take that chance.
Yeah.
He says to me, I say to him, he goes, okay. Comes out, and I don't say this with ego.
No, I know
it's the number one Christmas record of all time.
I know.
And I say, Clive, come on.
Yeah, give it up.
And he goes, no, it would have been better if with the vocal. Would have sold more.
And we never would know.
We never would know. But
it's possibly true.
But here's what I love about Clive. He always said to me, he goes, look, I'm going to give you my best advice. It's your career.
Yeah.
You make the final decision. I love that about him.
Yeah.
And I was very okay with making those tough decisions. You know, like my first break was on Johnny Carson, by the way. That's where I got my break.
Me too.
You too?
Well, I mean, all comedians had the rite of passage that you had to go through.
Did you get one of these?
At one point, I mean, I did 31 times.
You were hosting, right?
No. I was never the guest.
Never the guest host.
No.
But you went on it like 31 times?
Yes, all through the 80s.
Good for you. I was twice.
Yeah, that was it. You know, that got you at least a little known, so then you could get on a sitcom, which I did. You know, then you went through and did stupid movies, and luckily, you know, was able to fail enough at that so that I had to do what I always was meant to do.
Yeah.
But actually, that reminds me, I do have to go back to work. Like you, I'm fucking meticulous, and I love being meticulous, by the way.
Good for you.
I mean, it's just, of course, we all get, especially at our age, we get used to who we are in our own skin. So you can't imagine how you could be happy as somebody else.
No.
But like for me, straightening things up and organizing stuff and neatening things up, it makes me happy.
Me too.
In a way, you know, like, I mean, you said you would install my toilet. I'll organize your closet. How?
See, I like that.
Let's have a barter program.
Come on, I bartered the best way.
Neither one of us will have to spend any of
and we
this
don't pay taxes
pile of money that we both accrued.
That's right, because otherwise we'd have to pay taxes.
And we'd impinge on our freedom, because money is freedom. I remember I said that. Okay, but I really thank you for doing this.
It's my pleasure.
Super fun.
Thank you.
And thank you for your kind words. It means a lot to me that you are a fan like that, because, you know, it's not for everybody what either one of us does.
No.
But, you know, the people who like it a lot. And that's like sort of better than having, to me, a bigger lukewarm.
No, I know.
You know.
No.
So I'll leave you a little note at the next
At the gig, so yeah, in the
Like,
dressing
I'll
room.
leave something in the wall. Or
Do
something.
that.
Let's do that. Let's leave each other little notes if we play in this.
There's somewhere to sign a wall or something. Just say, you know.
No, I want to leave something like a little physical note.
Oh, a physical
I don't know,
note.
something physical that we.
You mean like in the Wailing Wall?
Exactly.
You're going to put something in the Wailing Wall?
I want to leave a little something that only you could find. Okay.
Club Random.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh,
It was so much fun. Appreciate it.
Great to meet
Yeah,
you.
me too.
Get to know you.
Yeah, you too.
Did you have fun?
I had a
You
great
seemed
time.
like you did.
No, you're.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been
I'm
wanting to
so
meet you
glad
for
you
so
did.
long.